How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another version of What Version Should You Buy? Today we're going to be looking at Persona 5 Royal. So there's about 4 or 5 different versions of this, so keep up with me while we're doing this video. Once again, I'm just using GameStop here as a base point. Now different places might have some smaller different versions or variations of this game, but let's just jump right into it because this is going to be a pretty long video. So here's the standard version. Just like with Catherine, whenever they came back with re-releasing the same game again, they're doing them in Steelbook editions. So you're getting the $60 standard version of the game in a Steelbook already, which is pretty nice. And if you go to GameStop and get this, you get the launch edition. You get some little goodies, the Joker mask pin, and that is about it for just the standard game. Although the Steelbook does look pretty good. It has just the Joker on the one side, and then it has just the rest of the gang on the other. Not too bad. Also, this game comes out March 31st, in case y'all didn't know, so it's right around the corner. That's when we want to get this video out for you guys. But there is also the Phantom Thieves version, which I'm going to show you now. The Phantom Thieves version is going to bump up the costs another $30 instead of the standard $60 that y'all are used to for a game. So they're trying to justify an extra $30 for the mask, the art book, and also the soundtrack as well, or just the music. It actually shows it down there. Joker mask with stand, the collector's box, the art book, dynamic theme, steelbook, and the soundtrack. Now, Persona, in my opinion, has some of the best music out there. So in reality, this actually is not a terrible deal just based on how well the music is for the Persona series. I would think this is actually a pretty good deal. If you're a person who really likes Persona music, then this is for you. But if this is a game that you don't care so much about the music, then maybe this isn't for you. Honestly, just a mask with a stand isn't too impressive. The art book is probably really good as well. The art and the soundtrack, if those are things you care about a lot, then this edition probably is right up your alley. But these are just the physical editions of the game, and you're going to be getting a steelbook either way. So if you're a guy who just likes to collect steelbooks, this $60 normal version of the game is going to be all that you need, and you'll get to get the game, pretty much up like that. Standard edition. It looks good. Then again, here is all the stuff that you get. I have not been able to find any physical versions of the game that includes DLC though, which is kind of the problem with these games. They don't have the DLC or like a season pass sort of thing included. We actually have to go to the digital versions of this game to find the Persona 5 Royal with the extra stuff like the DLC, the costumes, cosmetics, blah blah blah. We actually have to go to the digital version. So I'm just using the PlayStation Store, obviously, because of this game. It's big on PlayStation. So let's put in fuck. I'm just gonna put in a random thing. I'm not gonna dox my date of birth and whatnot. But yeah. So here is the normal Persona 5 Royal Deluxe Edition. So obviously you can get the standard game for digital for $60, but this is the $10 increase for the Deluxe Edition. And keep in mind, this is digital, but all this does is it includes, obviously when you pre-order this game, you get the dynamic theme, but it also includes the Katsumi costume bundle, which includes 4 sets of cosmetics for Katsumi. So that is all that is going to be. I do not know if the DLC that you have gotten from the older Persona 5 carry over. I would imagine that they would do something like that, seeing how this is just the Katsumi bundle of costumes. I think that just is supposed to go well with all the other costumes that you'd have for the other players as well. So I think this is a pretty good deal if you're just kind of looking for some more cosmetics, especially if you already have other cosmetics as well. But this is not all that we have for digital versions. We also have the Ultimate Edition, which is going to be a $100 sale instead of the Royal Phantom Thieves Edition, which is $90. So keep in mind, this is an extra $10 for the Ultimate Digital version, but all you're getting is more cosmetics. You're not getting anything physical. That's the bad thing about digital games, guys. This $100 version includes the Persona 5 Royal DLC pack, 6 additional DLC sets, Persona 5 Royal DLC pack includes Costume Battle and Persona DLC found in Persona 5 Royal Katsumi Costume Bundle, Persona 5 Royal Battle Bundle, and Persona 5 Royal Persona Bundle. Now these are new cosmetics, seeing how they say Persona 5 Royal at the end of each of them, or the start of them. That means that this isn't going to be older cosmetic suits that we've gotten before. These are brand new cosmetics and their whole sets, which means that it probably is going to be for the entire cast. Each cast will get at least 3 or 4 different costumes just from this bundle alone. The only bad thing is we have no idea what they look like yet, seeing as they haven't shown it to us. So there are 4 different versions of this game you can get from what we can see. We have the standard Steelbook, the Phantom Thieves edition, which has more good physical stuff like the art book and the music and stuff like that, which is worth $90, so an extra $30. I think this is decently justifiable. However, I think a season pass with this or some cosmetic stuff would have been pretty decent. I would have rather have had some of that stuff included in this. Maybe take out the mask, include all the cosmetics, and I would have bought this version for $100. I would have done that if they would have swapped out the mask for like DLC or all the DLC or something like that. That would have been better in my mind. But if you're going digital and you just kind of want some more cosmetics, nothing physical, this has some cosmetics but not a ton. I don't think it justifies the $10 increase. And this right here, I don't think the extra $40 really is worth it for just cosmetics. They're saying each cosmetic pack is basically worth $10 whenever they're selling these extra cosmetics included in the game for the better edition of it. If you're the kind of guy who really cares a lot about cosmetics, then yeah, you could go for this. I'm sure the cosmetics actually look pretty good. Persona is pretty decent on their characters and character designs. I would not be surprised if they actually did include a lot of pretty good cosmetics for this game. However, down the line they tend to do sales and things like that. It's not like you won't be able to get the cosmetics later. I'm sure they're going to keep it on the PlayStation Store for you to be able to buy it later. So I bet there's going to be even more cosmetics down the line as well. I don't think this is a season pass either. You're just getting these couple packs. That doesn't mean you're going to get the other DLC cosmetics they're going to add into the game later. You're just getting a couple new ones now. So personally, I do not think the Ultimate Edition is really worth it. I don't think the extra $10 for the Deluxe Edition is really worth it either. The only ones I would really actually buy in terms of getting the most bang for your buck is actually the Phantom Thieves Edition and the normal Steelbook, to be completely honest. The other ones are good if you're really a person who likes to focus a lot on DLC and cosmetics, but it's not a season pass for cosmetics. There's going to be more down the line, and you're only getting a couple extra packs for what is $10 to $40 more. To me, honestly, I do not think that is realistically what you should be going for. Because I don't think the cosmetics are that important in the game. However, something like this, something collectible, especially this Phantom Thieves edition, I know that soundtrack is going to be worth a lot of money afterwards. I go to a lot of conventions, a lot of cons. All the Persona music always is uppriced and costs tons of money, and people still buy it. So I know that the soundtrack alone in this Phantom Thieves edition is going to be worth a lot more down the line. People tend to really want that Persona music, and Persona does a very, very good job at their music. This also is going to include all the new tracks. So you're basically getting all of the Persona 5 music that there is going to be, because a lot of the music games have already come out for this game, the fighting games, blah, 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 whatnot. They're already out. So you're going to be getting the full soundtrack of all Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal and whatnot, and Scramble, all that. It's probably going to include all of the tracks. So you're going to have a full soundtrack. Unlike some of the other soundtracks that probably weren't completed, this is going to be probably a complete soundtrack. The art book is a nice little addition, and the Joker mask is, it's whatever, I would say. I think the best thing about this edition is probably the soundtrack. Obviously, though, I'm probably going to be getting just the standard Steelbook launch edition because, personally, I'm not looking to flip any of this stuff and sell it later. So I'm just kind of wanting the game, standard game. I'm not caring a whole lot about cosmetics. If down the line I look at them and think, hey, those are pretty good, then I might buy a bundle later. They tend to sell their cosmetics later as well. But hopefully that narrows your guys's view on which version you should sort of buy. I've already pre-ordered the standard Steelbook edition of the game, so let me know down below, guys, what version of the game you're going to get. I believe there's only a Steelbook edition physically anyway, and I don't think they're going to be having a lot of them, so go ahead and hurry up and pre-order that game. Just like Catherine, whenever I bought it and it's Steelbook, they don't have a lot of them in stock because they don't expect you to really go out and buy these, I don't think. That, or they might go into giving you plastic versions instead of Steelbooks. It's nice that we're getting Steelbooks. Does it justify marking it back to a full price game? I think so, just because of how Persona is with their games. I mean, first off, they're adding new characters, new locations, new places, things like that. I definitely think it is worth it. This game in general would have been worth it, even if they didn't add half of the stuff that they did. I believe. And I even think we're getting more endings, more characters, you know, more things to do, more things for the characters to do. And this game is right around the corner, so I'd hurry up and pre-order one of these versions, guys. Like I said, the websites I use on this, I do not use them because they necessarily are better deals, but because they are better representations of where I can show each version of the game, guys. So keep that in mind. Best Buy might be just a little bit better. I tend to not focus the video on showing small, minute details of things that are different, instead of giving you the most common versions of the games and where to find them and where, you know, price-wise, where you should be standing for what kind of content you are looking for is more what these videos are about. And thank you for all the support on them. I appreciate that, guys. I've been getting kind of sick lately. I don't know if you can tell that in this video. I haven't been feeling the best, but this is going to be the Persona 5 Royal video here. I do plan on talking about the whole situation with Persona, just the whole series in general, on coming to the Switch. You know, what versions could we see on there? Scramble has not been released anywhere else except for Japan. And I'm going to be talking about that as well, and why that's not a thing yet, and why we haven't seen any main, you know, titles of the Persona games on Switch. It's actually a very, very big and strange situation that they're going through with all of that, with Atlas America, and Sega, whatnot. So I'm going to be making a pretty big video about that. I've been researching and looking up a lot of stuff, especially about Sega and how they're dealing with this and how they're going about this, and what the different people at Atlas are doing on their social medias when talking to people about releasing these Persona games on the Switch. I personally would like to see them, but I'm going to be doing a big video about that, so subscribe if you're planning on wanting to watch that. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a lot better than most of these videos and have more content in it. But this can be it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content, and as always, thank you all for watching.